So I'm doing the history of Simeon. I learned that doing my research that it's pronounced, people pronounce it different ways, and I guess nobody's wrong, as long as we're on the same page with it. Some people pronounce it Simon, some people pronounce it Simeon, and also Simeon. So I choose Simeon, and whatever way y'all choose, it's the same, as long as we're on the same page. Okay, so the tribe of Simeon. The symbol of the tribe of Simeon was the sword and the gate. Reason is Simon and Levi and his brother, they had a sister named Dinah that got raped by a Canaanite named Shechem. And so they went, when they heard this, they went and tried to get revenge. They went and got revenge. So they start by cutting off they had ordered for the men, the Canaanites to be, the men to be circumcised. And while they was sleeping after they had been circumcised, of course, being in a lot of pain, Levi and Simeon went in with their swords and killed all of them. Yes. So, but now let me get back over this part. Simeon, he's one of the 12 tribes of Israel that was in biblical times compromised the people of Israel, who later became the Jewish people. The tribe was named after the second son born to Jacob and his first wife, Leah. Okay, so then the name Simeon comes from the Hebrew word Shema, meaning to hear and to understand. Mm-hmm. So Simeon's mother, Leah, felt hatred by her husband because Jacob loved and married her sister, Rachel. And Leah felt like that Jacob loved Rachel, her sister, more than she loved him. So therefore, that's how Simeon got his name. Leah named him Simeon to mean that God heard her suffering and that she is not loved. So this is how she had given the second son, Simeon. She felt that the Lord had heard her prayer. So Simeon was dedicated, he was through after they killed the Canaanites and stuff. Okay, of course Simeon was born, and then they went in and later on and sought revenge for their sister Dinah. Jacob, his father, was mad and embarrassed of the action that Simeon and Levi took. The scheme that they did to go in and kill them. He said, "Well, look, y'all got everybody mad with us now, and I had a good name for myself. Now y'all don't went out and did this and messing up our name, the family name, of course, just paraphrasing, right? Paraphrasing. And then when the time came for Jacob to issue out land, of course, Simeon didn't get hardly any. Matter of fact, he got the less of the land. Joseph and all of those, everybody got the good riches, But because of what Simeon and Levi did, he didn't get no land hardly. The little bit he got, he went and shared that with Judah. Okay, so Simeon was sort of like an outcast for a long time, and then when Simeon became old, elderly guy, old man, he was tired and he was weary. He was worn out and he was wanting to die. His body was tired. He just didn't have no strength or nothing, just dragging along, waiting to die. So apparently he had asked God, kept praying to God to die. But the Holy Spirit came upon Simeon and told him, told him that he would not die until he see Jesus, the Messiah. Okay, so Simeon, he didn't question God. When that gonna be? Is he coming tomorrow? I'm gonna die tomorrow. Am I gonna die next year? When am I gonna die? You know what I'm saying? He didn't question God when God told him that. All he knew that he was going to live. He was not going to die until he see Jesus, baby Jesus, the Messiah. So, of course, then Simeon got happy because he was going to see the Messiah. That's what everybody wanted, you know. Everybody that was God feared, they wanted to see Jesus. So, when Simeon went to see Jesus, the Holy Spirit led him to, I think it was to the temple. Yes, and he saw Jesus. He knew he saw a baby. He knew automatically that was baby Jesus. Yes, and so he was happy. His heart and he was happy. He was happy. And the reason he got to see baby Jesus, he went from killing, murdering to being blessed to see baby Jesus. It's because God chose some of the Gentiles to come with him to do his work. And Simeon was one of them. He still got blessed. He still got blessed. So with that being said, I'm sorry, y'all. With that being said, we should be able to look forward to doing God's work. Hoping to see Jesus one day, you know, being patient enough. We know patient. But Apostle mentioned God's timing. That's what came to me last night as I was trying to finish up my notes. Right, God's timing. So Simeon, he know it was God's timing. You know, he can want to die all he wanted. He know what God says is so. You know, so he know ain't no need to question him. It's God's timing. So that was all on my mind last night and this morning too when the apostle mentioned. Thanks. That's all I have.
Good morning, church. I I got Simeon as well. Um, I was kind of looking through, my notes as well as, you know, enjoying the sermon that she just spoke about, Simeon. Um, I didn't realize until I got to studying Simeon, didn't really understand it until, I started doing some research on Simeon. Um, Found out that he, was the son of Jacob and was one of the grandsons of Abraham. The brother had a lot of faith in God, supernatural faith. Um, I like to think, I had, have faith in God because I trust him, to do his will in his way. Um, and sometimes it's not easy to, trust God because, this world, it kind of gets you so bogged down with different things. And but you have to stay connected like the branch, stays to the, tree. You have to stay connected. Um, Apostle, talked to me, some this week or some about Simeon. And I'm not really a big researcher, but I did, get a lot out of Simeon, the supernatural faith. And it kind of reminded me of Job. um, he loved the Lord. And he made some mistakes. And he had a lot of patience, for example, and waiting on the Lord. And sometimes that is not easy to do, to wait on the Lord and making mistakes and stuff like that. I know I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I trust God in whatever I do. And trusting God, like Simeon did or some, it's rewarding in the end, but sometimes when you're going through, it ain't all that fun. She was asking me to give an example of Simeon, making some mistakes. I really couldn't find none on that, but then I guess a natural example of this week, my supervisor was asking me to, where it was kind of like probably by, let's see, it was four of us guys or something. We had to go to take some tires, and we had to get the truck loaded up. I'm gonna make this story kind of short or something. We had 3 loads to take. We didn't know it at the beginning, but it was we ended up getting 2 loads, and about being hearing and listening, for my supervisor, the instruction that he gave us. The first 2 loads went fine or something, I ended up tying them down, good and stuff like that. Didn't have no problem. The third load, it was around 3 o'clock. We get off at 4. So I had kind of been hurting in my body. My foot been bothering me all week or something. And one of my coworkers or something, he had the same problem, with his feet, but he laid out for 3 days. He got some rest. At the end, around 3 o'clock, we had to get that last load or something. So we got it all loaded up or something, but I didn't tie it down. I said, I ain't trying to tie this thing down. I'm good. Go over here and just get this load dropped, and we'll be back for 4 o'clock easy. Then one of the supervisors above my supervisor was behind me or something. We had the truck loaded and stuff. Didn't tie it down. Lost lost 2 tires or something. And the other 2 guys or something, they was riding behind us, so they was I ended up going ahead of them or something. They never got on the wrong road, or got on a different road. We had to end up sending them back in order to get the 2 tires that we lost. I thank God that it really wasn't no accident behind that. But sometimes we have to listen, and be obedient, and time they got back to get the other 2 tires, it was the sheriff there with the tires. Sometimes we got to listen for instructions, whether it's our supervisor, apostle, or our parents or something. We got to listen and be obedient, I learned something that I say could have been an accident, could have been a bad accident, but I thank God for his grace and mercy. Yeah. Yeah. But I did learn a lot about Simeon, or a man with supernatural faith, and having supernatural faith for something, I think that's a way above the little faith that we have sometimes or something, but we're always striving to do his will. And he was a righteous man, a devout man. And that's what we all striving to do.